Morning. Morning, peeps. How you loving? How you loving? I am so loud, I tell you. Welcome. I am Reverend Valerie Love at your service, divine midwife of soul destiny, Christian witch, and the author of 12 books on practical spirituality. Only got one question for you. How you loving? How you loving? Come on, Jacksonville, Florida. How you loving? God morning, God morning, God morning. Moon magic. God morning. How you loving? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope these earrings act right today. Tampa, Florida, welcome. Hey, Valerie. Good God morning. Good God morning. Blue Magic Blue Monkey. Hello. Is that you got your galactic signature working in there? Let me know what tone you're on, Blue Monkey. Let me know what tone you're on if that's your galactic signature. Brooklyn, New York is in the house. Vermont, New York City. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Love you. You are loved. You are so loved. Hi, hi, hi. Magic Blue Monkey. What's your tone? What's your Blue Monkey's in the house? What is your tone on your galactic signature? Let me know your tone. Good morning. God morning. God morning. Bless you. Thank you. Great rising, beautiful souls. Hi, Kevin Wealthy. How you loving? Atlanta. Oh, Kevin Wealthy, you're in Atlanta. We're coming to Atlanta on February 24th next month for the What is Beauty huge event. We got like a whole bunch of women that's going to be in the room. OMG. Come to the event. Atlanta, February 24th. Hey, sister of a distant moon, how you doing in her sog? If you're with us for the first time, welcome. Welcome to the channel on magic, money, and spirituality. And this is our textbook for the 40 days. That is a beautiful color blue. Oh, thank you. Opening the throat chakra here. Opening the throat chakra. Loving life. Loving life. Marvin the Magi. Thank you so very much, Marvin. God bless you. God bless you. Oh my God. Loving life. Who's loving life? Just put it in the chat. Loving life. Loving life. Who's loving life? Who's loving whatever shows up? Loving life, Louisiana, Lafayette, Louisiana. Welcome. Who's loving life? Who is loving life? Loving whatever shows up. Loving whoever is before you. Ooh, loving life. Look, Marvin is, Moon Magic is, Lexi Lou is, Sharon. Hey, Sharon, how you loving? Oh my goodness, Dr. B on the beach, loving life, Valerie. And then her side, Kevin. Well, my life is like a box of chocolates. Somebody's living that Forrest Gump synchronicity life. Loving life, loving life, loving life, loving life. Soweto is in the house. Oh my God, South Africa. I'm coming. That's another sign. I'm coming. I'm coming. I tell you one thing. Our beloved Madiba Cell has been calling me for the longest to South Africa. I gotta get to Soweto. Oh my God, South Africa is in the house. I'm loving life, Marva. Loving life, loving life. Living life like it's golden water. I know that's right. Loving life, Toledo, Ohio. Rolita, loving life. Come to Orlando. We're coming, DG on tap. We're coming to Miami. I know Miami is a bit off from Orlando. We're coming to Miami March 31st. All the dates are on Facebook at the Reverend Valerie Love Facebook fan page. Click on events. Yesterday you mentioned serotonin and anandamide. Yes, serotonin and anandamide, the good hormones, the hormones that are good for you, off the dopamine hits. No touching your phone first thing when you wake up. No sleeping with your phone anywhere near you. No addictions to your phone. No constant scrolling all day. No, 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 no. Come off the dopamine. They just keep hitting our brains with dopamine, 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 dopamine. They're triggering the dopamine. That is the addictive drug. And that is where we have the opiates and issues and things like that. Do you take those vitamins? Which vitamins? I do take supplements. Yes, I do. I take ginger, turmeric for my lovely Wakaya perfection. And Wakaya perfection, most of all of my health stuff, a lot of my health stuff comes from my own company, from Wakaya Perfection. And if you want to understand Wakaya Perfection, go to whatiswakayaperfection.com. We got, oh my God, yes. I take nutritionals, lots of vitamin C, vitamin D, because people with our tone, this skin, melanin skin. Sometimes we require more vitamin D. They say a lot of black women are deficient in vitamin D. Why? Because our skin has this sort of natural sunblock in there, and we don't get in the sun a lot because, black seed oil, love black seed oil. It comes straight from the divine. Now, that black seed oil, I could talk about that for 20 years. That cumin seed, Mm. Oh my goodness. Love it. I still need to order my Bula bottle. Come on, Valerie, order your Bula bottle. Oh my goodness. The calcium bentonite clay, the turmeric, the ginger, the what else do I take? I love spirulina. There's a lot of things that I love and that I take. I just always am filling my body with so much good stuff. Just as a, let food be your medicine. As a food, I'm just always filling my body with a whole bunch of good stuff. Black seed, don't you love it? Eden Evolution, good morning, love. Lucretia, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Now, let's begin. Deep breath. Every morning, wake up early in the morning and remember you have your daily spiritual practice. Before touching your phone, before talking to anyone, talk to God. First thing, talk to the divine before you talk to anybody else. You can roll over and say hi to your boo. Love on your boo. Pray together. Start praying. Stop touching those phones early in the morning. Breathe. Breathe and center in the now moment, the now moment, the now moment. Breathe and center in the now. Breathe and know you are one with the one. Intuit into the connection. Intuit into the oneness with life, with all life. One with the one. Source. And we pray, Mother, Father, God, Great Spirit, there is only great love here for everyone here, for everyone who's ever been here, for everyone who's here now, for everyone who is yet to come here. We call all of our souls together from all walks of life, all corners of the globe, to come together in this love circle where we are lifting every single morning everyone's wealth, abundance, and prosperity, where we are lifting, raising our consciousness with regard to how much we receive and allow the universe to bless us with so much more. God, we know that there's so much more. We know that there is so much more. I am. We know that there is so much more. And we allow ourselves to receive it all. Health, wealth, happiness, divine destiny, purpose, fulfillment, joy, bliss, beauty, love. And we allow ourselves to share all these from an infinite well, infinite supply within. Bless all these souls real good, God. Thank you. Amen. Ashe. And so it is. And when you are ready to return your awareness to the time-space continuum, first look down, slowly open your eyes, slowly. We are coming to have a beautiful daily morning spiritual practice. Excuse me, and we also want to have a beautiful nightly, daily spiritual practice. Before you go to bed at night, amen, ashe. Before you go to bed at night, commune with your angels, like we talked about yesterday in Witchy Wednesday. Write a letter, write out bedtime intentions. Set an intention that you're going to remember your dreams. I do coloring. I love coloring. Let me show you some of the things I've been coloring lately. OMG. So I'll show you some of my coloring because coloring opens the imagination, unlocks pent up energy and potential. And while I'm doing things, I may be on a webinar. Yesterday I was on a class, 3-hour class with one of my coaches, Gina DeVee. And here's my thingy thing of colors. God morning, Reg, looking absolutely gorgeous as usual. Thank you so much, Kathy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How you loving? How you loving? So this is a journal that Dr. Jatea Wiley bought for me. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. So I'm going to show you this journal. One thing I love about this journal is that on every other page of the journal, there's writing and then there's coloring. Now, absolutely color as a spiritual practice. Absolutely color as a spiritual practice. So one of these journals I've been coloring in, and I'll share with you some of the coloring that I've been doing in this journal. I absolutely love it. Let me find, oh, there's one that I want to share with you. Love coloring, love, love, love. Here's another one. This is sort of like a mandala. Love, love, love. Queen Athena, thank you for the super chat. Mwah. Thousandfold return to you. Thousandfold return to you. Let's see, what other coloring am I doing? I'm starting a butterfly in here, because as you know, I love butterflies. And this is what I found about coloring. I could be coloring while I'm watching something. Uh, Yesterday I was watching Shadow Hunters. I love Shadow Hunters. Um, I love the Shadow Hunters Codex. So that's an interesting one. I'll show you one more out of this book, and then we'll go to my big one. Here's one more. Greetings. I love this idea. I want color, 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 color. Unlocks the imagination. You'll be able to do. You love coloring too, Rolita. Love coloring. Love coloring. Now, let's go over to my big coloring book. Coloring's not just for kids. Why do you think kids love coloring so much? This is one of them, one of my creations. Here, it's sewing machine reminds me of my mom. There's one right here that I'm starting. I have it. There's one. This one has different tones in it. Let's see. Pick a coloring book that really inspires you. I was working on this one last night. Color my Bible. Oh, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. This one I'm just starting. I like to do this one some metallics. Some metallics anyway. Let's see what else is in here. This one says faith, hope, love. This is sort of from the Bible. Faith, hope, love. Faith, hope, love. Colors. I'm living sovereignty consciously in infinite supply. Good morning. Come on, LaRonda. Somebody's been in their money mantras. Somebody's been in their 40 money mantras. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Here's another one. Heart. A heart. I use markers. I do not use pencils. I'm not a big pencil person. I love permanent markers and I love markers. I love Paisley as well. So Paisley, get something that really inspires you. The mandala coloring books are incredible. I love coloring mandalas. And I have a lot of mandalas that I cover. If you look at color, if you look in some of my early videos, you see a lot of the mandalas that I used to color back in the day, my early vids. Love coloring mandalas. Coloring sets the imagination free, really stokes the imagination, gives you creative ideas, gives you a fullness and a breadth of color in your life. When I was a financial planner at American Express, they didn't let us write in colors. Everything in the financial services industry had to be either blue or black ink. Either blue or black ink. They would not accept colored, stuff. So for all those years, what I did was I wrote in my journal in colors all the time so I could keep the colors and I would never get into that very a finite construct of just black and blue. It's easy for your mind to get conditioned. And you never want your mind to be conditioned. You want your mind set free, free to roam, free to express, free to imagine, free to bring bigger things into creation and manifestation. Yes, Mama Ra. Come on. Today is all about stewardship. Stewardship. Now, as I reflected on this word for a moment before I came online, and as I was calling in the angels, all the angels of the Sphero, the 10 Sphero of the Kabbalistic Tree of Life, the 10 archangels that I work with, and we talked about that yesterday on Witchy Wednesday. Go watch that vid about how to commune with angels. As I was preparing for this morning, the word stewardship came to me. That's what we're diving into today. Stewardship. Now, there is one thing you own in this life. What is it? Put it in the chat. There's one thing you own in this life. What is it? Put it in the chat. One thing that you own. Everything else is being rented. Everything else is rented. There's one thing you own. What is it? Only one. Only one thing. Your body. Interesting, Claire. What else? Me. Interesting. Love. Interesting. My soul. My thoughts. Your name. That's it, Sharika. Your name. Ooh, reaction. Your name. Rachel got it too. Your name. There's one thing you own, and that's your name. Because when you leave this earth, you leave everything else behind. Your soul lifts up. You are your soul, so you don't own it. You are your soul. You own one thing in this life, your name. That's your dash between your birth date and your death date. In this life, what do you own? You are spirit, you are a soul. You don't own your soul, you are the soul. You have a body. The body is your vehicle. It's like a car on planet Earth. While you are on this planet, my teachers and mentors told me you own one thing. That's your name. What are you going to make it be? When people say your name, what happens? See, because your name, once you're gone, it lives on here. Everything else is rented. Your houses are rented. Somebody else is going to live in your house. Your cars are rented. Your cars are going to probably just disintegrate into nothingness. Your name lives on. Come on. Hello. Thank you, Virex. Virex. I hope I'm saying that right. For the super chat. A thousandfold return to you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love the super chats. Oh my God, it just feels like a whoosh of energy because it is currency. You own your name. So when you leave here, you don't still have the money. You don't still have, yeah, you don't have any of that. You don't have the same children. You don't own your children. These are God's children. We're babysitting God's children. When put some respect on it. No, that's right. We don't own our children. These are God's children. We get to babysit God's children. And God trusts you so much if God gave you children. Because God said that you can take care of, Goddess said that you can take care of some of her children here on the planet. Isn't that beautiful? Ha ha ha. Woo! Lovely more. Last night I watched your Angel Commune video. I couldn't wait to give a tithe to you. I love you and appreciate your synchronicity. Thank you, lovely more. Thank you for that super chat. A thousandfold return to you. You got some good stuff coming to you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Now, your name, because your name is still yours when you leave. So Nelson Mandela, his body is gone. He dropped his body to dust to returns to dust. That's it. That's done with that dust. He took on a form and then he came out of form. He still lives on. His name is still there. Thank you, Billy. I love it. 2222. He did an incredible, oh my God, incredible super chat. Thank you, Billy. Look at you sowing seeds into that billion. Love it. Love it. Thank you so much. A thousandfold plus return to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I saw a question, something about tithing. I saw a question. So put the question in again because I did not get the whole question. Okay. So this idea. Had my tarot cards read the other day, and when interested to read my children are indigos. Ooh, one has autism, and the card suggests I run a school class for sensitive children. Oh, that's beautiful. Autistic children are really highly connected. There are different intelligence that we do not understand that's landing on the planet. How do we so tied to you? You can do the super chat right here on on YouTube by clicking on the dollar sign in the chat. And I think if you're on an iPhone, you may have to do it on a desktop. I'm not quite sure how it works with the iPhone. I'm so sorry, a little nervous talking to you, Rev. Just want to know how I can pay the contribution to you daily. Oh, right here in the super chat, or you can send it by PayPal too. That's fine. Or you can use any of my Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin addresses that are beneath the vids. So go look under one of the other vids. Usually within a day or two, we get the all the info under the vid. So, and thank you for everyone who sends Bitcoin contributions. Thank you for everyone who sends everything. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you, and I'm honored. I really am honored. And I tell you one thing, you are proof to me that I cannot outgive the universe. Rise and shine. Good to be here. Good to be here. Raise your vibration. Good to be here. I cannot outgive the universe. The more I show up to give, the more the shoom the universe gives to me. The more I show up to give to you, shoom the universe gives to me. The more I show up to give, I pray we all be the biggest givers ever. The biggest givers ever, because you cannot outgive this big, fat, lovely universe. You just can't do it. So, because you only own your name, right? Hey, Judy, because you only own your name, what does your name stand for? See, Mother Teresa still has her name. Her name still lives on. Your name will live on. Make your name the best you can make it. How do you make your name the best? Help a lot of people. Help a lot of people. You want to be a billionaire? This is what a billionaire told me. You want to be a billionaire? Help a billion people. Well, ever since then, I've been fathoming in my mind how I could help a billion people. He said, "You want to be a billionaire? Help a billion people." Why are all the billionaires billionaires? Because they helped billions of people, at least a billion people. From Jeff Bezos, one of the richest men on the planet. Why? Because a billion plus people go to Amazon.com. And I believe, like I said on a video a while back, that he is so wealthy because he has helped over 100,000, excuse me, he has helped over 100,000 people make six figures a year on Amazon. Not only did he help people shop differently, shop better, get everything they need, everything they want, he also empowered 100,000 people, over 100,000 people, to be able to make over $100,000 a year in their business, their Amazon business. He gave them a way that if they wanted to do it, they could get up, have a store, and make all the money they want to make. So not only did he think of making money for himself, he thought of, how can I make this person rich? And how can I make this person? That's how you become rich. That's how you become rich. How can I make that person rich? How can I help that person? How can I take care of that person? How can I take care of that person? And you've got to do it. This is Oprah. This is Oprah's whole life. Oh, you get a car, and you get a car, and you get this, and you get a gift, and you get a gift, and you get it. She's give. And she said it's always returned to you multiplied. Multiplied. It's not returned to you the same thing that you gave. That's why I always say 1,000-fold plus returned to you. It's not returned to you the same thing that you gave. The universe multiplies it and returns it to you. This is an expansive universe we live in. Love is expansive. Love is always expanding things. This universe right now is expanding. New stars are being created. The solar system, the space, edges of space are pushing, expanding. New planets are popping into existence, right? Well, stuff is colliding and creating new stuff right now, way out in space. This universe is expansive. So when you give to this expansive universe, don't think of it as giving to people. Because sometimes the very people that you give to do not give you back. And don't look for it back from the exact people that you gave it to. You don't know where it's coming from. A lot of times I was looking for something to come this way and it came up behind me. Hey, I'm like, oh, wow, I never saw that coming. Never thought I would get wealthy that way. Who knew years ago that we would be becoming so wealthy through cryptocurrencies? Who knew cryptocurrencies didn't exist 9 years ago, over 9 years ago? I didn't know that would be a tremendous way that I could empower so many people to become wealthy. By the way, if you have not yet booked your complimentary coaching session, and if you're ready to step into coaching and into Money Mastermind, excuse me, I need water. Step into Money Mastermind, go to valerielove.com, and there you will see the opportunity to be able to book a complimentary session with me for a short period of time. I'm doing these complimentary sessions until I start traveling all over the globe later this year, and it will be not quite the same as now. We should give without expecting anything back. Yes, that's it exactly, Master Nova. You know why? There is a very important scripture in the Bible. This will blow your mind. Doesn't matter what the person does with the money you give. It don't matter, Mad Love. That's a good question. Because when that's why people say they don't want to tie to the church. I don't want to tie to the church because the pastor is buying another Cadillac. No. Don't you worry about yourself about that. Why? Because God appointed that person over that church. And if they don't do right, they're going to answer for that. That's between them and God. You do right. You do the right thing. You see, I don't know what Whole Foods does with the money once I pay for my food. That's not my job. That's not my responsibility. I'm in somebody else's business. So all I do is, I don't know what the organizations do with what I tithe. This is what I do know. I don't tithe to just anyone. I tithe where I'm inspired to tithe. First, to my spiritual communities, which is Innovisions and Agape. And Joel Osteen a lot too, because Joel Osteen has gotten me out of some spaces and places in my life that were deep and dark. And I knew he was my go-to. I knew if I was deep and dark, when I'm deep and dark, I know exactly what I can call on. I know exactly what to do. You just need to have tools. Who cares about being deep and dark? No matter. Sometimes in your life, you'll be deep and dark. Sometimes you'll be depressed. Sometimes you'll be sad. Sometimes I don't fear any of those. I'm not concerned about any of that because I know what to do. Today is my birthday. Kathy, 111. That's an angel number. Congratulations. Oh, Let's see. Get my lipstick right. So, no worries. Good question, Mad Love. No worries about what they do with the tithe. You give it, you're going to get the blessing because you gave it. Now, the one on the receiving end, they are in a whole nother level of accountability with God that they do what is appropriate with the money. Kiwi Fish, thank you for the super chat. 1,000-fold plus return to you. God bless you. Now, let's return to what Solomon said about. Solomon taught us a key about when you send things out and what to do. Solomon, well, you saw that I read all about Solomon, and you saw yesterday in my magical workings, Solomon is like my go to guy with money and magic. Why? He's rich. He's still to this day is richer than any person that lives ever. He's richer than Bill Gates. He's richer than Jeff Bezos. If you Warren Buffett, all of them, Slim in Mexico, the telecom gentleman who is very very rich, the top Forbes people, he's richer than all of them. If you add up in today's value all of Solomon's property, jewels, land, temples, real estate, if you add up all of Solomon's wealth, it is still far beyond anything anyone has ever been able to create. Mansa Musa, that's interesting, Aurora Day. I'm not sure about that. I need to study that. Yeah, Solomon's still the richest man ever. Why? Because God asked Solomon, because Solomon was so loved God and was so reverent. Now remember, Solomon's father was King David. Because Solomon was so loved God so much, he wanted to build a temple to God. He loved worshiping God. He just loved God. God said to Solomon, ask for anything you want. Anything you want. What would you like? The angel came and visited him. What would you like? He said, he thought for a minute. He said, wisdom. Now imagine asking that. Do you know what he got after he asked for that? He said, wisdom. And the angel said to him, good morning, teacher. So sorry I'm late. Oh, Lydia, thank you for being here. I love you. God bless you. And the angel said to him, Mansa Musa was generous as well. Whoo! The angel said to him, God is going to give you wealth and long life along with your riches. Why? Along with your wisdom. Your wisdom is granted. You will have wisdom. Now, let me tell you what the wisdom means. The wisdom meant that all the mysteries of the entire universe were unlocked to Solomon, and he knew everything. Solomon could communicate with the birds. The bird mysteries were unlocked to him. Do you know that all these nations of God have mysteries? The eagle nation, the flying nation. So the Native American people, and they tell us, they teach us, that if the flying nation were to all disappear, humanity would die. If the standing nation were all to disappear, standing nation, the trees, if we killed all the trees, we would die. The swimming nation, if the whole swimming nation, all the eight creatures in the seas and the ponds and the lakes, the tadpoles, everything, if they were to all die, we would be dead. Yet, if humanity died, Earth would be just fine. Isn't that a sobering thought? If something happened, the creepy crawling nation, the bugs, the ants, the bees, like we're killing bees like crazy, the bees are just dying. If the bees go, we're done. We're toast. Yeah, if we were to die, Earth and all her species would be just fine. What a humbling thought. So Solomon, when he received the wisdom, he could understand the standing nation. That means he got the wisdom of the trees. He got the wisdom of the birds. He got the wisdom of the creeping, crawling nations. He got the wisdom of Leviathan, the great sea monsters, and all of the sea creatures. He got the wisdom of the celestial planets. All, like, it was just a download. Shoot. He knew everything. Fathom that. Like everything. Like the entire universe was unlocked to him in an instant. Why you think he wrote all them proverbs and all them all the wisdom of Solomon? Because he knew everything. He knew everything in an instant. He knew how money worked. He knew how business worked. He knew how people worked. He got the wisdom of everything. It was an instantaneous download. He knew everything. Now, the angel said to him, because you did not ask for long life, when some people like that make me indestructible, I never want to die. Maybe if you had a genie in a bottle and you come across a genie, you rub the bottle, genie comes out, you get anything you want. One wish, not three. One. Who's going to ask for wisdom? Most people are going to ask for unlimited money. Right? Most people are not going to say, give me wisdom. What a smart choice. Because if you have wisdom, you can figure out how to get money. Actually, you don't even have to figure it out. You would know how to get money, and you would know how to get unlimited money, which is exactly what Solomon did. Everything there was is already inside us. Absolutely. Absolutely. So the angel said to him, because you did not ask, ha ha, right? Because you did not ask for long life, nor did you ask for the hand of your enemies. Most people back in those days, they had a lot of enemies, right? The Amalekites, the Philistines, all these different nations could come and ransack and take all your stuff and take all your land. So because they were afraid of that, most of the time, if you ask people, they would say, I want the back necks of my enemies. I want to be able to put my foot on the necks of my enemies. I want to subjugate my enemies. He didn't ask for that either. So because the thing is, money mantras we need are those that help us live without money or thoughts of money. Ooh, very interesting. So the angel said to him, because you didn't ask for long life, which would have been a selfish request, right? And you didn't ask for the necks of your enemy to be able to, smash all the people that you don't like. You didn't ask for that. You asked for wisdom. Because you asked for wisdom, and God is so pleased with your answer, Solomon, you get long life and unlimited riches. Unlimited riches. Unlimited riches. It's higher energy to it. Yes. And that's where, believe it or not, that's where the wisdom lies for how you're going to become wealthy. You see, I didn't tap into, and how every person becomes wealthy is so personal to you. Like how I did it is not exactly how somebody else is going to do it. It's not exactly how somebody else is going to do it. It is so personal to you. And if you go up high planes, the higher dimensions will tell you exactly what to do. Do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. And it's going to work for you. Now, it might not work for me. It may not work for the next person. It's going to work for you to make you very wealthy because higher planes knows everything. Now, so that's a backdrop to this whole idea of stewardship. You only own your name. Let's go into the mantra for today. Stewardship. Stewardship means you can be trusted with the riches of the universe. Remember, you're not taking none of this money with you. You're going to give it hopefully to people you love. You're going to do it to do tremendous good on the planet. You're going to do it to lift so many people's lives. Hopefully, you're going to, spiritual practices will help you with that. Okay, Virax? Spiritual practices will help you with that. You're going to do so much good with this money. How do we tap into higher realms? That's exactly what we're doing here. Prayer, meditation, daily spiritual practice. Put down your phone. Wake up in the morning. Hour of prayer, meditation. Wake up early in the morning. 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. is the witching hour. Wake up early in the morning. Pray. You see, you have to raise your vibration to meet these things. If there was an angel on vibration 11, let's just say, a dimension 11, and we live on dimension 3, you're going to have to elevate consciousness to meet up with that angel because that angel ain't coming down. I have found that the higher realms, they'll send messages down, but they're not coming down. They'll send you a feather, a pity, a synchronicity, angel numbers. They'll be sending you all kinds of stuff from up there, but they're not coming down here unless they decide that they want to take a form to bring you a message. You got to elevate. You got to go up. Go up the ladder. And the beauty of it is you can go as high as you want in your consciousness, no limit. That means that you can pray and meditate. You can go all the way up to God. I did that one time. I tell you, I can't even talk about that experience right now. That was mind blowing. You can go as high as you want, no limit. You can talk to any being in this entire universe that you want. It's just a matter of learning how to do it. It's simply a matter of learning how to do it. That's all. And then beginning your spiritual practice to do it. It might take you a decade. I heard Usher when you said no limit, no limit, no limit. There's none. There's no limits at all in this whole universe. You could talk to God. You would have to go through some steps to do it. I tell you, you would be right there at the throne of grace. No limit. You can talk to any angel you want. Yet, you would have to know what to say, where the angel is, how to connect with that intelligence. There's a protocol. You don't just wake up and say, hey, Angel Gabriel, come talk to me. Good luck with that. And people, such as all of us that are here, that are used to spiritual practices, magicians, witches, mages, light workers, healers, we've been doing these things for years, for decades. I was meditating every single morning at 4 a.m. for 2 hours when the Ascended Master Arcturus came to me. You think Arcturus, the Ascended Master Arcturus, is just going to walk up to you while you're in the supermarket and your mind is scattered and you got 50 million different vibrations coming off of you, fear, lack, doubt, what I got to do, how I'm going, what, the kids, me, blah, blah, blah. That's what most people look like all day long. Oh, what's on Facebook? Oh, what's this? Oh, what's that? Oh, what's this? That's what most people's attention looks like right now. They say that most people have the attention of a goldfish, attention span of a goldfish, 7 seconds. That's not going to get you to higher realms. That is not. What gets you to higher realms? Daily spiritual practice, what we're doing here every day. Waking up 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I barely can sleep past 3:30, 4 o'clock. Barely. I barely can sleep past 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. Barely. And I tell you one thing, when God called Samuel, Samuel was asleep. He was a little boy. He was in the bed. 3, 4 o'clock. Everybody was asleep. Samuel lived in his book, The Solomon Secret. Oh my goodness, real book? Really? That's a good one? Okay. Samuel was sleeping in his bed. He was a little boy. And God called him Samuel. When did God call him? In the middle of the day while everybody's cooking and doing it. When your conscious mind wakes up and your day is off and running, forget about trying to do all of this stuff. You gotta do this stuff in the nighttime, 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. when no one's around. I did a complete study. I'm going to do a whole video on 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. and why that's the witching hour and why. Actually, I did a video on that here. The early morning prayer secret. Look that video up on this channel. 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. You must wake up before the ego does. The ego sleeps late. It don't get into full gear till like hours after you get up. The ego's not awake at 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. It's not awake now yet. Now, these daily spiritual practices, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Go back to sleep and take a nap later, right? Yes, spirit wakes you up at 4:20 in the morning. This is what happens. Best guided meditation to begin this practice. Leah, that's a good question. I have found that I don't work well so much with guided meditations unless it's really a master that's doing it. So I love going within and I love stillness and chanting. I have found that chanting is so powerful because the sound of your own voice is the most healing sound for you. So chanting Om, Brazi, Om Shrim Brazi Namaha, powerful chant. Namaha, Jehovah Jireh, Elohim. There's a El Elyon. There's a chant on this channel, El Elyon. Chant the names of God. Jehovah, 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 Jah, Jah, Jah. Allah, Allah, Allah. Chant, 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 chant the Buddhist chant. Chant. If you can't meditate, chant. And that chanting, oh my God, it's hypnotic. The next thing you know, you free your mind of beta. So you got to get out of beta. You have beta brainwaves, alpha brainwaves, theta brainwaves, delta brainwaves. Beta brainwaves are your normal waking consciousness. And if you get into high beta, that's stress. Most people are in too much stress because we have so much stimulation coming from the outside world, from social media and this and this and this. We kind of stay in that level of flight or flight most people have way too much adrenaline. Nam yo ho regi kyo. That's it, mad love. Absolutely. The one that Tina Turner used. So because we have these high levels of adrenaline, Om Shri. Yes, Om Shreem. Brizzy is a great chant. I love Brizzy. They said that the being that gave us Brizzy meditated for 1,000 years to receive Brizzy. Brizzy is a powerful chant. So here, when you're in the high beta brain waves, the brain waves are so you're moving so fast that it's adrenaline is flooding through the system and too many people are too stressed. You want to come down into regular beta when you're doing what you're doing, which is waking consciousness, which is taking care of the things in your life that it's important to take care of. Now, early in the morning, before your brain gets into beta, you want to go into alpha. Alpha is the doorkeeper, the gatekeeper between the beta, waking consciousness, doing math, taking care of the kids, and so forth and so on, and theta. Theta is the deep level, sort of like deep sleep. Healing happens in theta. Your body is healed in theta. That's why you want to have deep sleep. Good 7, 8 hours of deep sleep. Last night after my practices, I fell asleep around 9 something at night. You're refreshing like morning glory. Mwah! Thank you, Lydia. Morning glory in the morning. Thank you so much. Fall asleep late. That's why I'm so energized at this time because I slept good 7, 8 hours every night. Now, theta is that deep dream consciousness. Your body is healed in theta. Alpha, gateway to the unconscious. So, alpha is like how you are when you're in the twilight, I call it, between sleep and coming awake. You know that twilight in between where you can still remember your dreams. Right there, keep your eyes closed as you're waking and capture the whole dream. And then as you wake, write the dream. Don't go to your phone. Write the dream. Daily spiritual practice. See, the dream world, theta, is also where you can contact the angelic realms. Okay, theta. Below theta is delta. Delta, God consciousness. And they even say there's another one. What's the other one? Delta, beyond delta. There's another one. If anyone knows it, put it in the chat. So, so when you're in beta brainwaves, you're not going to be talking to angels. It's just not going to happen. Alpha, you're starting to come into meditative, deep, relaxed, meditative states, the twilight. Theta is where you are now in expanded awareness, meditative states, states of higher dimensions, states of commune with higher dimensions, more of the unconscious mind, and more of the expansive consciousness in theta. Delta, God consciousness. Okay? So, Samuel was asleep. Let's return to Samuel. Samuel was asleep, and he was sleeping. Little boy in the temple. Chant Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Thank you, Wana. In the temple, God called him Samuel. He woke up because he heard his name. He went to Eli, the high priest. He woke up Eli, the high priest. Sir, master, you called me? Eli woke up. No, I didn't call you. Go back to bed. Okay. Samuel scratches his head. He's a little boy. He goes back to bed, goes back to sleep. Samuel. He sits up in his bed. This is the middle of the night. This is happening middle of the night. See, the angels can't talk to you when you're walking around and got in beta consciousness because you're doing this and doing that and doing that and doing that. Your beta brain waves, they're so loud. That's not where the still small voice talks to you. We got to knock beta out the way, right? Beta you have to be in a different state of consciousness. So he was in theta. He went to sleep again. Samuel. He sits up. Third time, he goes to Eli again. Third time, he goes to Eli. Master, you called me. I heard you call me. And then Eli, the high priest, realizes that it's God calling Samuel. And he said, this is God calling you. 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the 3 o'clock, middle of the night, about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. By the way, the same time that Christ walked on water. Middle of the night, 3 a.m. to 6 a.m., the witching hour. And this is what Eli told Samuel. He said, and Samuel was a great prophet of God. He said, That's God calling you. When you hear it again, simply say, "Yes, Lord, your servant is listening." Ooh, isn't that powerful? So if God's going to call you, God gonna call you probably 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. You wake up, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. Don't try to go back to sleep. That's not insomnia. That's God calling. Okay? That's higher level consciousness saying, we have messages for you. Simply say, yes, I'm here. Close your eyes, go into meditation. You can even do a lying meditation at that point. Go into meditation and receive. Commune. Now, stewardship. I am grateful to be a wise ruler of money. Money gladly serves me, and I treat money exceptionally well. I know exactly what to do with all resources entrusted to me. And for this divine wisdom, I am grateful. See, we're tapping into Solomonic magic here. I am mindful of the divine trust invested in me by God, Goddess I am, as a powerful, loving, masterful steward of infinite riches. I do not take my divine assignment of stewardship lightly, nor do I waste or want. I am full beyond overflowing. Blessed be. So let's look at principles of stewardship that are in here. This is what I was told about tithing. If you don't tithe, the universe doesn't know whether or not it can trust you with money. Mm. Isn't this profound? If when you receive money, and what is tithe? I'm not going to use the word tithe because tithe, sometimes it sets us off in directions it's bad karma. Tithe, it means to give the tenth. There's a law of 10. 10 is a powerful number. If you give 10% of everything you receive to where do you give it? Isn't it deep, Master Nova 74? Where do you give the 10%? You give the 10% to where you are spiritually fed. Because the law says, bring the 10th into my storehouse. And this is the only place in the whole word, in any word that I've ever read. I'm not just talking about the Bible. All the holy books are the word. They're the word. They're all saying the same thing. I read them all. This is the only place where God says, test me. Test me. Prove me now in this. That if you bring a tenth of everything you make, everything you receive, if you give a tenth of it to the storehouse, what is the storehouse? Spiritual food, where the spiritual food is kept. If you bring a tenth to the storehouse, I will open the floodgates of heaven and pour out a blessing upon you until there is no more want. And I proved it. That's why you can't outgive the universe. I want to give 10, 20%. The man who created Caterpillar. Does anybody know Caterpillar? Sister of the Distant Moon, thank you for the super chat. Sister of the Distant Moon, isn't this powerful? Thousandfold plus return to you. Isn't this powerful? See, we have not tapped into the real way riches really work. Riches don't work on gimme. You just trying to gimme, pay my bills. I ain't got enough. You'll never get rich that way. You'll never get, and saving and being miserly and penny pinching. You never get rich that way. It doesn't work like that. Riches don't work like that. You see, we've got to tune into the vibration of money, the currency of money. How does it work? How does it really work? It works on giving. This whole universe works on giving. You want love? Give love. And why does it work on giving? Because when you give, you signal to your subconscious mind and to the whole universe that you have. What matches have? More having. And you have, 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 and you have more, and you have more, and you have more, and you have more. Because you're giving from a consciousness of have. You're not giving from a consciousness of depletion, not enough, lack, I don't know, I can't pay my bills. Get rid of all that. Get rid of all that. You have. The best thing you could do for your wealth is just to walk around feeling like you have everything. You already have the riches. You're already wealthy. Now, who can I give it to? Who can I bless? Who can I bless? Now, the giving, the 10th. Why is 10 a powerful number? This is what one pastor said, and I said, that's the truth. That is the truth. He said, if you have a bag of apples, let's say it's 10 apples, and you have one, oh, caterpillar. Thank you, man, love. Thank you, man, love. Let me say that. Thank y'all for keeping me on track, because, Reverend Val got a 50 million things to teach you, and I ain't going to be on this planet forever. So I feel like I got to give you everything before I go. I'm not going no time soon, but, so thank you, man, love, for reminding me. Caterpillar, the one who created Caterpillar, his desire, his intention was that he was going to give away 90% of his income and live on 10. So he kept giving more money away, and he kept making more money, and he kept giving more money away. He was excited about giving more money away because he was giving from a consciousness of infinite supply. So he kept giving more money away, and Caterpillar made more money. And then he gave more money away, and Caterpillar. Do you ever go past a construction site? You will not see a construction site in the U.S. without seeing a Caterpillar truck, a Caterpillar. That's how he did it. Yes, Valerie, that's how he did it. He said, I'm going to give away, I'm going to reverse it. Now, the second, Rick Warren did the same. The second he reversed it and said, I'm going to live on 10%, I'm going to give away 90%. I was like, well, damn, that's brilliant. Because what do you think the universe is going to do with that? I'm going to give away 90% of my income, and I'm going to live on 10. Well, if you're going to live on 10, you would have to know that you would have to probably make maybe $10 million, because you're going to give away 9 million, live on $1 million. So if your lifestyle is $1 million, you would have to make 10 million. So you could give away 9 million and live on the 1 million. Well, because he was so giving, he couldn't stop the paper. It just became this whirl of riches. After a while, you can't turn it off. Money comes to me every single day. I can't turn it off if I wanted to, because I'm going to keep giving and 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 keep giving. It's a game. It's like playing a game with the universe. It's an amazing game, because if I told you what people give me every day, people give me so much stuff. They come give me gifts. They give me free coffee. They give me this. They give me that. Hey, every time I walk into a store where they know me, hey, Miss Love, hey, how you doing? They give me hugs, smiles. The universe is giving me things every day, all day, and it's giving all of us, it's giving you things every day, all day. Be thankful for it. Look at it, acknowledge it, and then give it away. Give it away. Yes, mad love. So that's the law of 10. You give 10. Here's the bag of apples, and then we're going to complete. Here's the bag of apples. Give it. Sharing. But you have to share. You have to share from a consciousness of infinite supply. If you share from a consciousness of depleting, you just get more depleting. Even though you're giving, you're still going to get more depletion, because you believe in depletion. I don't believe in depletion. It's a lie. Lack is a lie. Limitation is a lie. It doesn't exist. It's not true. Abundance is truth. Now, everything's abundant. Everyone is abundant. We live in a river of abundance. You don't have to create abundance. You didn't create abundance. Abundance is. It simply is your nature. Right now, while you're sitting here, your body, in the hour that we sat here, your body made another trillion cells. Did you do that? I didn't do that. It just did it. Life is just creating more life right now. Right now, your mouth is creating saliva. Right now. Right now, your eyes are creating water. Right now, tears to wash your eyes. Right now, your skin is creating more skin cells. It's just sloughing off the old skin cells from yesterday. It's just creating more skin cells. Right now, the bacteria that lives on all our skin is multiplying into trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions more bacteria. Why you can't pay your rent? That doesn't make sense. It does not. Everything about you is abundant. You got trillions of cells in your body, and it's making trillions more. Every single thing, 555. Hello. Every single thing about you is abundant. More hairs are growing on your head than you can count. More sand on the beach. More, your nails just growing, growing, growing. You got to go cut the stuff. Hair growing all over. You got to shave the stuff. You got to get rid of the stuff because so much. It's just always coming. Life is just, so why ain't your money like that? Because you're blocking it. With what? Your beliefs, your energetic patterns of thinking and beliefs are blocking it. Because if you weren't blocking it, money would be coming to you all the time. All the time, I promise you. Easiest thing to manifest. Money, easiest thing to manifest. You go out today and manifest money. How? By giving some service to someone who requires it. And you'll have money. Just like that. It's your beliefs. It's what we believe. It's what we think we're worthy of. It's what we believe we deserve. It's all of that. You get all that stuff straightened out. Shoom! Plug into the mother load. Now, bag of apples. Can you just keep talking? Hannah said, can you just keep talking? I love that, Hannah. I love it. Now, the bag of apples. This shows you how tithing works. Please write this in a journal, what I'm about to say. Because when I learned this, blew my mind. See, these spiritual principles will blow your mind because they're nothing like what they told us how it worked. And sometimes they told us to do it, but they were beating us up and they didn't tell us why. How does this thing work according to spiritual law and principle? They didn't know all that stuff, so they couldn't have taught it to us. But I'm going to teach it to you right now. If you have a bag of apples, 10 apples in the bag, 1 apple is rotten, what will happen to the other 9? You have a bag of apples sitting on your counter. What's going to happen to the other 9? It's just a happy, crazy energy that happens at night. Come on, Valerie. That's what God gave me to be able to serve and support you. What will happen to the other 9 apples? Rot. That's what happens to your money when you don't tithe. If you don't tithe, now this is not to scare you into tithing. This is not to make you feel nervous or bad about tithing. This is not for all of that. It's simply how the law works. That if you do not tithe, you now put the rest of your money at risk, all of it. And now here's the bomb, here's the mic drop. I'm about to give you the mic drop right now. If you go back over the last year, if you're not a tither, if you're a tither, don't even worry about it. You're good. Because I'm scared to not tithe. Not really. I'm not scared. I just love giving. I just love giving. And it just does so much for me, right? And for the whole universe. If you go back and look at everything that happened over the course of a year that was an unexpected expense for you, a tire flat, an emergency, gotta do this, gotta do that, the water heater went out, and you add it up, it will add up to 10% of your income. Kid you not. I kid you. I wouldn't kid you. If you go back and add up all the unexpected expenses that happened in your life, just do the math. Numbers don't lie. When I was a financial planner at American Express, we used to say men lie, women lie, children lie, but numbers don't lie. Add up. Is this mind blowing? Mad Love. Mad Love said, whew, you add it up. Prove it to yourself. Don't listen to me. You got to make this scientific. You've got to own it, and you've got to own it when you do it. You go back and you add up every unexpected expense. Do it for 3 months, 10 months, and then look at your income is 10%. You are paying the tithe whether you want to or not. Huh? When I got that, I was like, oh my God. And then when I started giving money, I stopped having all these emergency money situations come up. They just stopped. Is this magic? Like, I hadn't had no flat tire. Matter of fact, I got an extra tire. I haven't had no water heater going up. No, all of a sudden you got to pay this sky high electric bill. All that stuff went away. It was mind blowing. That's how it works. Now you would think, well, is the universe punishing me? Hello, I'm Korean. Mwah! Welcome, Korea. Yay, you're so happy. Now you would think, Well, is the universe punishing me because I didn't tithe? No, it's not punishing you. It's simply that they don't teach you this stuff in school, right, Melissa? It's simply a matter of alignment and doing the same thing that Solomon did, finding out what are the secrets to the universe and then aligning with the secrets to the universe. It's just that if you're misaligned, you're just going to get off results. That's all. And if you're aligned, what if you don't go to church? You're not supposed to, you don't have, this has nothing to do with church. Everything I'm talking about here has nothing to do with church. I'm talking about, please smash that like button, baby. Thank you, Aurora Day. Smash that like button, baby. Smash that share button, baby. Remember to subscribe and ring the bell so whenever we go live, you know. This has nothing to do with church. None of this, none of anything that I talk about on this channel has anything to do with church. This is all spiritual law. And you could be in any, you could be in a church, you could be in an ashram, you could be in a Hindu temple, you could be in a Buddhist temple, you could be in a shrine, you could be a cave in the woods, a hut in the woods, a cave in the mountain. You could be anywhere, no church. This will still work because this, what we talk about on this channel, are universal spiritual principles and laws that work for every person. The law of 10 works for every person. The law is no respecter of persons. The law of love is no respecter of persons. Well, you have to be Korean, or you have to be from Soweto, or you have to be from Indiana. The law doesn't, is no respecter of persons. Align with the law, get the result. You see, I have learned one of the great secrets of life is to work with things the way they work. I'm going to say that again because it's amazing to me how many people don't work with things in the way they work. Work with things in the way they work. If you walk up to a lion right now and you reach your hand out to pet the lion, what is going to happen to your arm? You can't say, well, the universe just punished me because I was wanting to pet a lion. No, it doesn't work that way. In evolution. Thank you. In evolution for the super chat. Thousandfold return to you. You see, if you go and jump off a building and you say, I'm one with the universe, I love God. The universe doesn't care how much you love God. If you jump off a building, if you're a good person or a bad person, if you jump off a building, you're going to hit splat on the ground. It's a law, that's gravity. Gravity doesn't care if you're old, young, short, tall, Catholic or Buddhist. A Catholic person jump off a building, splat. A Buddhist person jump off a building, splat. It's the law. That's how the law works. It don't care about all our constructs that we made up, all these religions we made up, all this stuff. The law doesn't have anything to do with any of that. The law doesn't have anything to do with what church you sit in. The law doesn't have anything to do with that. The law is the law. Now, if you work with things, work with life in the way life works, it will work for you. You can't work with a lion by putting your hand out and let me just touch his mane. You ain't gonna have an arm. You're not gonna live. That's not how you work with a lion. You know how I work with a lion? I was in Kenya, Masai Mara. We were on the plains of Africa. We stayed in the van. Is anybody going to get out of the safari van and go and walk over to the pride of lions and pet them? That's not how lions work. So you wouldn't do that. Work with lions the way the lions work. You stay on the van and you look at the lion and you leave, right? Tithes and charity are not the same, right? I'm so happy you said that question. Tithes and charity are not the same. Tithe is you give the first 10% to the storehouse. What is the storehouse? The spiritual food, where you are spiritually fed. That acknowledges that I have received spiritual food from the universe. See, the universe is feeding all of us spiritually every day with the next YouTube vid, the next uh the next you brave, ain't that right, Melissa? The next book. Isn't the universe giving all of us spiritual food all day? Every day. Every day, the universe meets all your needs spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially. Every day. Every day, the universe gives you spiritual food, inspiration. It's feeding your soul every day. We don't acknowledge it. That's why we're not in alignment. Your acknowledgement is with your tithe. I don't see the dollar sign today. Oh, Judy, the dollar sign, I believe, should be in the chat. I believe. Humbled and thank you. Summer Studios, thank you. These are laws that I promise you If you work these laws, your financial life will get better and better and better. It'll just be golden. People will be throwing money at you. I promise you. You will not have a money concern in your whole life if you just align with the law. It's a matter of alignment. Now, it says because we have been fed by the universe every single day. You have to be logged in from a PC for the dollar. Oh, thank you, Leah. The top of the chat, there's a happy face and a dollar sign. Thank you, Trina. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, if you align and you give this 10% to where you receive your spiritual food, you are acknowledging to the universe, yes, you fed my soul every single day. Every single, it was a quote on Facebook, it was a video on YouTube, it was a book, it was a scripture from the Bible. Every day, the universe is feeding you spiritually. Every day, every day. It's never missed. Every day, it's feeding your soul. Every day, every day. So when you receive your money, energy, to who or where was Caterpillar donating the 90% of his income to? That is an excellent question. I'm going to find that out. That's an excellent question. Let's look that up because he was determined to tithe 90% and live on 10%, which means he had to make a lot of money, which he did, it's Caterpillar still huge, 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 huge. Now, if when you receive you saw it yesterday, I bet you today we're all going to see a Caterpillar truck or a Caterpillar, we're going to see it. And if you look at many of the titans of industry, Caterpillar, Amazon, they are some of the biggest givers, or somehow they made a lot of other people wealthy. It was not focused on them. It wasn't about them. Somehow they were able to bring something so valuable to so many other people. That's the secret. Now, let's look at Warren Buffett. Why is Warren Buffett so rich if we look at this same principle? And you may think, oh, Warren Buffett, I don't know. Why is Warren Buffett so rich? Why is Warren Buffett so rich? I think as long as you have a Google Wallet, okay. Why is Warren Buffett so rich? How did Warren Buffett start out? How did he start? See, Warren Buffett is so one of the top wealthiest people on the planet. How? Because he made other people wealthy. He told his friends and family, give me $100. This is how he started off, $100 from friends and family. I'm going to invest it for you and make you wealthy. Did he say, give me $100 from me so I can invest it, I can become wealthy? No, 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 no. He didn't say that. Oh, he's so humble. Warren Buffett didn't have a mobile phone until just a few years ago. They kept saying, get a mobile phone, get a mobile phone. He said, for what? I don't need it. He didn't need it. For what? From 50 million people to be calling me while I'm making my money and helping people? No, he didn't need a mobile phone. He drives the same car. Warren Buffett said, I can't afford to get a new car. How many people have a new car? They're not rich yet. They're not multi-billionaires yet. Warren Buffett drives the same car for like 20 years. Keeps getting it fixed and takes care of it and everything runs perfectly fine. Why would I buy a new car? Warren Buffett lives in the same house he's lived in for 30 some odd years. Warren Buffett is so modest and not and humble and he's not about fancy, fancy, fancy. His consciousness doesn't work that way. He's very simple. Now, he won't buy a new car. It's not cost effective. That's exactly right, Mad Love. They said to Warren Buffett, why don't you get a new car? He said, I can't afford a new car. Warren Buffett, you're a billionaire. What do you mean you can't afford a new car? He said, well, I did the math. And when I calculated the math and I calculated, listen to what he said, not how much it would cost me. Of course, he has the money to buy a new car. Not how much the interest was or whatever. However, he would buy it the smartest way. Not all of that. He said, the opportunity loss. Because if I took that same money and I invested it in the stock market, knowing what he knows, it would make him millions over this period of years with this rate of return, and blah, blah, blah. He did the whole calculation. He was like, I can't afford to do that. Oh my God. How many poor people in the hood right now buying another Lambo, Mercedes, and they can hardly rub two nickels together because they got to look like something because they have deep rooted, not enough insecurities. But Warren Buffett driving around very happy in the same car that he's driving around in for 20 years. Talking about, I can't afford a new car. You a billionaire. And he is absolutely right. I cannot afford a new car. Wow. Opportunity loss. When I calculated how much my car was costing me, I got rid of that thing so fast it wasn't even funny. It was costing me over $1,000 a month. car note, car insurance, parking in this place. I live in the DMV, right? DC, Maryland, Virginia. Thank you, Nostra Nova. You have spiritually blessed and fed me today. Thank you, Nostra Nova. Mwah, 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 mwah. Hundredfold return to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. Real good. So, between parking, I live in the DMV. So everywhere you go, you got to park your car. You got to pay to park your car, right? You go into DC, you got to pay. My office is in DC. Office where I live, parking where I live, parking at my office, car insurance, oil changes, car note. When I added up everything, I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm not doing this. If I put $1,000 a month in the Bitcoin and the crypto markets, flip it. Yay! Sending love on my lucky 11th birthday. Thank you for the message this morning. Yes, Alio, happy birthday and thank you for the super chat. 1,000-fold plus return to you. God bless you. You all are proof. I love you. You all are proof that what we're talking about works. And it doesn't just work for one person, it works for everyone. And it works for you. So when I calculated how much my car was costing me, you know what I did? I gave it to my daughter. Yes, I gave it away. Guess what? It worked perfectly because now I Uber, cars come and pick me up. And I don't have to worry about all that time I was spending driving around. I can spend more time with you. I can spend more time writing that next book. I can spend more time creating that next coaching program, creating that next event, visioning. No longer do I have to look for parking. Park the car. Go get the car every few minutes if you're parked somewhere where you're on a meter. That is a tremendous expenditure of time that I do not desire to spend in that way. I'd rather spend it here teaching you. I really would. This is my love. Parking cars ain't my love. Driving myself is not what I need to be doing. We're all about to not even need a license anymore. Tolls, gas, all that stuff. All that energy that was going out. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Not only money energy, time energy. Driving yourself around is a lot of spent time because as you're driving, you cannot do anything other than drive. Now, as they drive me, I sit in the back. I have drivers. I sit in the back. I can study the next Bitcoin vid. I can study the next, I'm reading, I'm studying. And guess what? They're making money. I'm making money. Everybody's happy. My daughter has the car. She has 3 babies, three of my little grandbabies. Take care of them. Yay. That's beautiful. So all this, I say all that to say that if you consider how you're spending your time, your energy, your money, make those changes. Yeah, I need to get rid of my ride. Be like Warren Buffett. I was like, wait a minute, I'm going to be like Warren Buffett then. Because if you do what billionaires do and you think like billionaires think, you'll have what billionaires have. It's just very simple. It's no rocket science. I would even say that it really doesn't even require magic. If you're not a person who knows how to do magic, if you know how to do magic, you're going to get it much better. But the billionaires that I talk to, I'm mentored by a billionaire, David Gilmour. I'll show you David Gilmour's book and I'll show you his magic. I'm going to show it to you. This is a billionaire mentor that I have. Now, y'all may know David Gilmour because David Gilmour is the founder of Fiji Water. He's my mentor. Now, look at David Gilmour. This man invented Fiji water. Okay? I'm going to show you his magic. I'm going to show you something. Now, you tell me what you see when you open this book. Now, he owns an island in Fiji, Wakaya Island, loves the Wakaya people, loves the Fijian people, loves the spirituality of the island. Let me ask you, what do you see in this book? This is a book from a billionaire. What do you see? On just about every other page of this book. Have you ever? Thank you for the super chat, April. Hallelujah, over 1,000-fold return to you. What do you see? Now tell me the founder of Fiji Water wasn't doing magic. What do you see? On this page, he got 2 ankhs. The man is doing ancient Egyptian mysticism and magic. The man got an ankh on. You go through this entire book. I was stunned. How does he know anything about that? Oh, he told us. He told us why he has the Ankh in his book. Straight up magic. Let me tell you something about this man, this billionaire. This billionaire had 12 multi-million-dollar businesses, including Fiji water that he sold for a cajillion dollars. He sold Fiji water for $1 cajillion. And do you know how he came up with the idea of Fiji water? He was on his island. He wasn't planning on starting Fiji water. He was on his island of Wakaya. He owns an island. Bought it from the sky because it was so beautiful. He was in the 70s. He bought it for some cheap price, this island. So he's on his island and they're golfing. His friends come up. Dude made billions selling something that came naturally from the earth. Hello, Alpha Pisces. Hello, billions. Now, he's on his island of Wakaya. His friends are there golfing. One of the friends takes out an Avion bottle of Avion water. He's shocked. Avion? You bought a bottle of Avion water onto Wakaya Island where we got the springs of natural water, the best water you can drink in your life, pure, pristine island. See, the trade winds don't blow over Fiji. That's why Fiji is still so pure and clean. The trade winds don't blow that way. No pollution, all that kind of stuff. It's pure, perfect, purified. He said, we have the most perfect, purified water right here. And he got mad. He got mad that somebody bought some French water up on my island. You know what? Let's get that water. They start pumping the water. Pure, pristine, didn't even need processing anything. Design a beautiful bottle. Where did the square bottle come from? Because he's always thinking outside the box. David Gilmour, billionaire. I'm sorry to take so much time today, but we got to talk about this. We got to go in with these spiritual principles on how you're going to become wealthy. Because once you finish these 40-day money mantras, you're going to be rich. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I mean to make you rich. I mean to make a million millionaires and a few billionaires. I mean it. Now, this is what he said. He said he was thinking to himself, mostly all the bottles are round, but that's not how your hands are. Doesn't that look like Fiji water? Your hands are not round. Your hands have knuckles. And he was like, what if we made a bottle that could fit Abundance Goddess? Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Michelle, thank you for the super chat. Hallelujah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 11, 11, 11, 11. Woo, we all about to get so wealthy up in here from all these 11, 11 super chats. I'm telling you, that's the truth. 1,000-fold plus return to you. Look at that. The hand, your hand is not round. It's ergonomic. That's how he created the bottle. All the other bottles were round. He said, let's make it ergonomic. Where did that idea come from? Thank you, Queen Badger. 2222. Thank you. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. 1,000-fold return to you. Thank you, Val, for the sacrifice. Oh my God, it's not even a sacrifice. Oh my God, let me read this whole comment. I got to read this comment. I got to read this comment. Oh, wait a minute. I'm pressing the wrong button. Comment button. Thank you. Super chat. Let me look. Super chat. Thank you, Val, for the sacrifice you made each and every day to give your knowledge and love to the world. In only a few days, I've manifested so much peace and blessings to you. Come on, Queen. You can't lose with the stuff I use because we talking spirit here. I'm like Reverend Ike. You can't lose with the stuff I use because this stuff is all spirit. And trust me, it works for everybody. You work it, it works if you work it. It works if you work it. So he said, let me make it ergonomic. He made the bottle ergonomic. Now, right away, isn't this bottle going to stand out from all the other bottles in 7-Eleven? Next, he said, it's so beautiful in Fiji. Let's take a picture of the flower of Fiji and put it on the water bottle. That Fiji water bottle is so beautiful, you can't even walk by. You just be like, wow. Before I started buying Fiji water, I was just looking at the bottle, so beautiful. Stands out. This is the mind of a billionaire. How did all this come to him? Spirit realms, because he's up high in the high dimensions of consciousness. He tells people, but people don't want to take the time to train their mind to go into spirit realms, have a daily spiritual practice. It takes hours, it takes dedication, it takes practice. People don't want to do the work. Therefore, you're not going to get the result. I don't mind doing what it requires. I don't mind doing what is required. That's why I'm up every day, early in the morning, prayer meditating. That's why I don't sleep with my phone. That's why I don't touch my phone first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning, I'm in spiritual practice. Practice with my mind. allowing my mind to be overtaken by the Spirit of God. My mind conditioning. See, they conditioned you for many, many years in the other direction. Lack, limitation, all that kind of stuff, control, manipulation. They want to control and manipulate you. Now, you take back your mind and you allow Spirit of the living God to recondition your mind, you'll be rich. Trust me. Now, let's end with this. Stewardship. Remember, God has appointed you as a steward over the riches. And if you tithe, the universe sees that it can trust you with abundance. And if the universe can trust you with 10,000, it'll trust you with 100,000. If it can trust you with 100,000, it can trust you with 1,000,000. You see, if you don't do right by the dollar, but you're asking for $1,000,000, it's not going to work. You're not doing right by the dollar. People think, yeah, but when I get $10,000, it's going to be different because I'm going to have more money. I can do better. No, 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 no. It's not going to be different. It's going to be magnified because money doesn't change you. Money only magnifies who you really are. If we look at how you spend your money, we'll know exactly who you are. I can tell exactly who you are. Let's just look at how you spend your money. Let's look at what you do with your money. See, it's telling on you. Everything we do is telling on us. How we dress, how our car looks, how our homes look, how we communicate, how we connect with other people, how we serve. See, how you do anything is how you do everything, pretty much. So if you're messing up a dollar, you're going to mess up $10, you're going to mess up $100, you're going to mess up 100,000. If you're good with a dollar, you give 10%, you give a dime to somebody. You are grateful for the 90 cents that you have. You put the 90 cents to good work for you and other people, your family and everybody else. Then you know that you can be trusted with 10,000. The only difference between 1,000 and 10,000 is 1 0. 1 0. The only difference between 1,000,000 and 10,000,000 is 1 0. That's it. Now, here's the last thing I want to say about Warren Buffett becoming wealthy. Warren Buffett gave away. Not only did he create his fortune by making other people wealthy. Let me invest money for you and make you wealthy. Let me invest money for you on the stock market and make you wealthy. I'm going to use my skills, my gifts, my knowledge. Warren Buffett had read every book on stocks in the public library by the time he was 12 or 13. Warren Buffett, 8, 9 years old, you go into the public library. They didn't have the money to buy the books. He was going straight to the stock market section. Oh, child genius. 9 years. It's no wonder he's a $1 billion, multi billionaire. He's been doing this for 80 years, 70 years. But what I would say is it won't take you 70 or 80 years to do it. He was reading all the books on stocks. Why was he drawn to that? Because the universe was going to use him to make so many people wealthy. Then what did he do after he makes this person wealthy and this person wealthier and this person wealthier and this person wealthier and this person wealthier? What did he do? He was just making more money and making more money. The more money he makes for them, the more he's getting. Automatically. He wasn't thinking about himself. Then what did he do now with all the billions? He took half of all the money and made the biggest endowment anyone has ever made on the planet up until that time. He took something like 35 billion. His wealth, I believe it was 70 billion at the time. He took 35 billion and he gave it away to who? Bill and Melinda Gates. He gave it to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, where they're going to now take it and take care of kids all over the planet. Feed kids, do this, do that, do that. He gave away his fortune. And you know what I love about Warren Buffett? He doesn't give all his children his money. His children and his grandchildren, he told them this: I will take care of you. I will pay for your full college education wherever you want to go. Full ride. You never have to work. I'm going to take care of all of that after you graduate college. And I'm going to even give you money while you're in college. He takes care of all of them, and all the kids in his family, all college. You don't have to pay for anything. Go to any school you want anywhere in the world. He's going to foot the bill, take care of everything. After you come out, you're going to go to work. That's what he says. None of his children or grandchildren are just getting all this money. No, 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 no. He said, you're going to go to work. You get to work like I did. I love that. Because if somebody just gives you billions of dollars, what is your consciousness going to do? Your consciousness is not going to shift into creativity. So you get to stand up and create your own riches out of your own creativity. I love you. God bless you. Thank you for hanging with us this long. My God, this super chat almost has $200 in it. I'm blown freaking away. You know I'm a tithe. On all the money y'all gave me, we gonna create a bigger circle because I'm tithing too, and then that's gonna even take your all our money higher. Ha ha ha! I'm so grateful. Have a beautiful day. God bless you. Peace. ValerieLove.com.